Maddison's hamstring twanged and Son's shooting boots went missing. The attack hit a glass ceiling. Without a genuine right-sided carrier, every move got crammed down the left. Easy to read, easier to kill. Worse, the second line of pressure vanished. Center-backs simply stepped past Spurs' front four like they were training cones. After February, only Brighton and Everton created fewer chances through the middle. Frank's shopping list? One dose of raw vertical pace on the right wing, and a roaming brain between the lines to keep heart rates high. Kudus isn't your stock-inverted winger hunting TikTok cutbacks. He's a 100-meter sprinter who decided to keep the ball. Last season at West Ham, he logged 4.6 progressive carries every 90, top 2% of wide men in Europe. More importantly for Frank's scheme, he presses 18.3 times a match, numbers you'd usually see from a fullback. Translation: Spurs can stick with the 4-2-3-1 and still defend in 5 lanes. When possession flips, Kudus becomes the traffic cone nobody wants to dribble around. You touch it, you're off the motorway. He pins fullbacks so deep that the right half space turns into open prairie. 2 games, 2 cutback assists, both after he'd bulldozed his marker to the chalk. That's not highlight fishing. That's the system breathing. If Kudus is the battering ram, Simons is the skeleton key. 22 goals and 24 assists in 78 Bundesliga games hint at the fun. The real magic is positional teleportation. Start him as a 10. Watch him drift left, drop into the half space, invert from the wing. Frank loves a forward pass that splits the midfield diamond, and Simon's first touch is already facing north. Result: Spurs skip the press without the double pivot spraying Hollywood balls. In possession, he slides toward the left channel, doubling up with Destiny Udogie and whichever left 8 is on the pitch. Suddenly, the opposition fullback has 2 runners screaming at him while Kudus is stretching the other side. Pick one. Here's where the money starts printing points. Spurs nick it on halfway. Kulusevski finds Simons between the lines. 2 touches, no fuss, because the pressing 8 is still trying to find his GPS tracker. Kudus is already burning the chalk down the right, dragging full back and covering center back with him. That leaves the right half space gaping, Frank's sweet spot. Simons threads a vertical pass. The onrushing 8 meets it in stride. One crisp square ball, tap in from 10 yards. They rinsed City with that exact pattern for the opener's second goal. And the best part? It's rinse and repeat. Every switch of play forces the defense to sprint 20 yards, while Kudus and Simons are already accelerating into new zip codes. Overload, underload, ripple the net. Depth used to be a nice way of saying bodies. Now it feels like weaponized artillery. Spurs can chase a game without the press falling apart because Kudus's engine keeps the lanes airtight deep into stoppage time. Need to lock it down? Drop Simons into the third 8, and the midfield turns into a pressing octopus. No escape. Early returns. 4 games, 3 wins, 2 clean sheets. XG difference behind only the Gunners. If the chemistry keeps brewing, and every clip suggests it will, Spurs can top the pressing charts and finish top 3 for goals. That cocktail usually ends with open-top buses. Frank didn't just buy flair. He bought the final 2 jigsaw pieces he's been staring at since the day he walked through the door. Kudus gives Spurs the relentless wide threat they've missed since forever. Simons hands them the creative heartbeat that used to flatline every time Maddison reached for the physio. Together, they turn a well-drilled unit into the side that scores without selling its soul. The question now isn't whether Spurs snag top 4. It's whether any defense has the lung capacity to survive 90 minutes of Kudus stretching the grass and Simons threading needles. Fancy seeing how this plays out week after week? Smash subscribe and drop your prediction for their combined goal involvements. I'll pin the boldest one up top.